this week on a very special episode of Into the Chicane. Welcome, everybody. We have joining us in studio today the new resident Pacific Islander, Chris Rubio, is joining us.
Hello.
Our resident Ginzan and Ferrari fan, Bruno Mastro da Casa, comedian Bruno Mastro da Casa is here.
Hell yeah, dude.
And we're lucky to have international sex icon Jackson Banks along for the ride today. We promised you guys some special entertainment, and we've brought it. This is not going to be a regular episode of Into the Chicane. We've got something very special planned. Brandon, do you want to break it down? This is kind of your idea.
Yeah, so as everybody knows, there's currently a writer strike going on in the world of entertainment here in Los Angeles. It's very prescient for everybody. We see the protests happening. But simultaneously, it was also announced that there's a Formula One dramatic television program that's in the works.
Wow.
To be produced by Apple TV. Unfortunately, with this writer strike, we're deprived of such great entertainment. And we thought that it was only right that we write our own scripts
To pitch
for
this new show. The dramatic music is still playing. So thank you guys for joining us. What do you say? Should we just get right into it? We prepared 3 scripts. One was written by Brandon. One was written by Jackson, who has 0 Formula One experience.
But I know drama.
And then one was written by myself. I'm very excited for all of these. Let's jump into it.
Let's do it. I don't know why you can't stop your freaking keep starting over.
Oh, it's on a loop. That's why.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let me see if I.
Nope. It's
Oh my
still going.
gosh. Oh my god. We're gonna have to cut this out. Why do you?
Pause.
Should we have the Asian guy fix that?
No, we got it. Oh my god.
I really fucked this up from Jump Street.
You really did, didn't you?
Might have to cut this out.
There
There
we
it
go.
goes.
Finally.
Okay.
God damn.
We could just have it playing the whole time. It's a nice dramatic tone.
Yeah.
It is good, but it's gonna ruin this part.
Okay.
Full Throttle. Full Throttle is a thrilling new drama in the style of HBO's hit Entourage, where we follow the glamorous and fast-paced life of the charming and talented Carlos Sainz as he struggles through a mid-career crisis in Formula One. Aided by his cousin/manager Carlos Sainz, Carlos struggles to come to grips with the fact that he may not be the fastest driver on the grid, or even on his team. Buckle up, because this high-octane drama leaves no room for error.
All right. You want to cast this bad boy?
I already did.
I know. I want you to read it out so
Okay.
the viewers and listeners can know who's who.
Okay.
I want you to do as I say.
So our friend Bruno is going to be the star. Carlos Sainz.
Big roll, bro.
Chris,
Big roll, bro.
Chris here is going to play Lewis Hamilton in this first scene. Third scene here we have Jackson playing Fernando Alonso. Cue.
I'm not in this?
Not the scene. Interior, Monaco nightclub. Nighttime. The pulsating atmosphere of a Monaco club buzzes with excitement as the after-party for the 2023 Monaco Grand Prix rages on. In attendance, amongst other F1 industry players, are 8-time world champion Lewis Hamilton,
Wow.
2-time champion Fernando Alonso, and the not-so-young anymore
Jesus.
Carlos Sainz. As Tiesto cues up the next track for the drivers, they huddle in their booth in the VIP section and pour some refreshments from the bottle service.
I'm surprised you decided to join us, Carlos. Where's that guy who's always following you around, that annoying bloke with the glasses?
my cousin / manager Carlos. It was either meet you guys here or hang back at the hotel with him. After a race like today, I needed to get out.
You came to the right place, my friend.
Fernando nods to a group of attractive young women on the dance floor.
How about the rain today, mate? You nearly binned it.
Lewis clinks Carlos's glass to cheers him.
It was a struggle. We should have went to the Inters early with everyone else.
Carlos, my friend, when are you going to learn that you need to grab the bull by the horns and tell them who's in charge? You need to assert your dominance.
I try. Believe me, I try. But the team, they're in love with Charles.
You don't try hard enough.
You know, Carlos, I've been meaning to tell you, mate. They offered me your seat.
What do you mean?
Your seat, mate. They sent me a contract.
For next year?
I politely declined, of course.
Couldn't afford you, could they?
Lewis and Fernando erupt in laughter. Carlos sits worriedly and thinks.
Hey, it's alright, mate. You'll be good for next year. Does your cousin / manager Carlos have any backup plans?
I don't know. He hasn't said anything. He works really hard on my Ferrari deal. It should be good through 24.
Might be time to get yourself a new agent. He's French.
He's from Barcelona.
You know what, mate? I can set you up with my agent. She's been working on my extension with Mercedes. Really putting Toto through the ringer this time around.
Lewis signals across the bar to an early 30s, confident and attractive woman in business casual attire. She makes her way over to the booth.
Carlos, I want you to meet my agent, Sam.
Fernando gets up from the table in a hurry.
Gotta run. I'll text you, Louis. Good to see you, Sam.
Fernando nods at Sam.
Where's that old geezer off to in a hurry?
Lewis and Carlos are scanning across the club with their eyes.
Hey, is that Esteban?
Camera pans to show Esteban Ocon, a tall, gangly, obnoxious-looking mid-20s Frenchman, drunk with an oversized champagne bottle in hand, still in his race suit from much earlier in the day. Wearing a wreath around his neck that says third place. Stumbling through the club. Out of fear of being seen, Lewis ducks and grabs Carlos and Sam by the sleeve.
Let's get out of here.
Scene 2. Helicopter shot over the city of Madrid. As the music plays, the camera pans over the hills and zooms into a shot of a beautiful hilltop villa backyard. Interior, Carlos Sainz private gym, daytime. Carlos is training in his gym for the upcoming Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona when his cousin / manager, who is also named Carlos Sainz, a slender, baby-faced with glasses version of Carlos, approaches him.
Hello, my cousin. Did you see the news about Fernando?
No! What news?
He was seen leaving a club in Monaco with Taylor Swift the other night.
Say what?
Jace, it is rumored they are dating.
This is impossible.
Yeah, it was very strange. I mean, he's been through many eras of Formula One, but that's just ridiculous. You know these types of rumors go. You know how these types of rumors go. Probably nothing to it. But while I have you, I wanted to ask if I could borrow that new Richard Mille watch that they gave you last Thursday. I thought it would look good. I thought it would look great with the outfit I plan to wear on Friday when I go out to tapas with the boys.
Carlos, the driver, looks at his cousin unassuredly and sets his weights down.
Also, Rodrigo will be bringing his friend Pablo and his wife this weekend, so we'll be out of guest passes. You know how that goes when it's home race weekend. Everybody wants to come out and say hello. I might be kind of tied up playing host, so I'm gonna need you to drive yourself to the track on Thursday. Do you think they could send out another loaner car for you this weekend? I'm going to need your 812.
Are you kidding me?
What?
You're supposed to be my manager, and you come interrupting me, training with this?
I don't understand.
Ferrari offered my seat to Lewis Hamilton, and meanwhile you are over here looking to borrow my accessories?
Carlos, the cousin slash manager, looks at Carlos with confusion and disbelief.
They did what?
You wear my clothes, you wear my jewelry, you get reservations at restaurants, and you tell me that you are me, the driver, Carlos Sainz, not his cousin slash manager, Carlos Sainz. My career is in shambles, and you are only concerned with taking advantage of being my cousin slash manager. But newsflash, primo, this could all be over. Could all be over before we realize you are my cousin, but I don't know if you can be my manager any longer.
Carlos, the cousin slash manager, storms off, upset. Scene 3. Exterior racetrack, day, Barcelona, Spain. Oh. Carlos's cousin slash manager monitors the race with Carlos's race engineer, Maria Santos.
Carlos is pushing hard, but those tires are killing him. He needs to switch to mediums.
He's got it. I believe in him.
Interior Mercedes team garage. Lewis's agent Sam watches the race closely with team principal Toto Wolff.
That Carlos Sainz is pretty good, huh?
He's the only one holding that team together.
You think I should sign him?
I wouldn't bet against him.
Carlos struggles to focus while his engineer, Maria Santos, monitors his car's performance.
Carlos, what's going on? You seem distracted.
Carlos glances towards the pit wall, where Carlos Sainz, his cousin slash former manager, is standing watching the race with a fresh new sweater over his shoulders with the arms tied in front of his chest. Carlos has a hazy flashback of his father, rally car champion Carlos Sainz, talking to him when he was a child as he plays with his cousin Carlos.
He is more than just your cousin, Carlos. You are bonded by more than blood. You are bonded by name.
Carlos snaps out of his daydream as he nearly goes off the track.
He's nothing, Maria. I'm focused.
Carlos holds on to get a 5th place finish, far ahead of his hotshot teammate Charles Leclerc in 11th. A solid finish for him and the team. Scene 4, interior Formula One paddock, post-race media forum, daytime. After the race, the drivers and journalists are gathered in the media gallery.
Carlos, great recovery today. How did it feel again to be finishing ahead of your teammate?
It feels good. The team did a great job. Most importantly, I want to thank my cousin's manager, Carlos Sainz. It's because of him that I am who I am.
Carlos pauses to think about the fight he had earlier with his cousin.
We are family, and that is most important thing. Ever since we were young kids, we have the same name. We are the same. We are Carlos Sainz.
Fantastic. So when can you tell me about the T Swift and Fernando rumors?
There's nothing to it.
At a lavish private airport outside Barcelona, Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Sam, and Fernando Alonso arrive at the same time in a parade of expensive cars and SUVs. Interior, private airport lobby, nighttime. Drivers chat and joke as they wait to board their flights when Taylor Swift walks into the lobby, capturing everyone's attention.
Hey, Fernando, you weren't waiting on me, I hope. I'm Taylor Swift.
Everyone looks at each other confused as Fernando greets his guest. They all board their jets and leave.
Throttle rips.
Beautiful.
The rumors are true.
I think the accents are good enough that we won't get in trouble.
I think so.
The accents were all spot on, especially Lewis's Spanish accent. Noted Spaniard Lewis Hamilton.
That's his Tuesday spiel.
That was good.
Great.
Good work.
Thank you everybody.
Solid work. Great writing, Brandon.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job, Brandon.
I think people are going to come at us because Carlos Sainz's cousin's last name isn't Sainz.
It's not?
No, it's like Ochoa, I think.
I thought it was science.
No. That's creative license that you can use when writing a script. Tarantino murdered Hitler in a movie theater. We can do whatever we want with
Yeah, I agree.
Carlos Ochoa's last name.
It's just some historical revisionism. This last
Yeah.
name.
Sure, Ochoa is not his middle name.
It could be. I could be completely wrong on this. We've always enjoyed the joke. My name is Carlos Sainz, and this is my manager / cousin, Carlos Sainz. So I'm good with that. Are we ready to move on? Yeah?
Sure.
All right. The next script was written by the one and only Jackson Banks.
Oh yeah.
He wrote this last night on his phone, I think.
Yeah, I wrote this last night. I thought it was longer. I didn't realize it was 1.5 pages. But,
This is less of like a screenplay, more of a TikTok, maybe.
yeah. It's a very quick. I mean, but the narrative is there. I feel like there's a nice through line, a nice full circle.
Sure. All right. Do you want to
So-
cast it real quick? Do you guys remember who you're playing?
So yeah, Channing will be doing screen direction. I'll butt in at about after this first scene because there's one bit of dialogue I forgot to write. So
Okay.
I'm gonna jet in for that. I'll be like, hold, let me just go in and insert this. I'll be playing Mr. Raceman. You'll be playing Woolman, who's waving the flag to start the race. Mrs. Raceman will be Chris. And the doctor will be
Me, Brandon.
yeah.
Dr. Science is the
Brandon will be
character's name.
Dr.
I love how
Science.
simple the characters are.
Yeah. It's almost like a.
And what's the
horny
title?
Child wrote it. It's called The Racemans,
Okay.
and yeah, you'll see it seems like it was written by a horny child. Okay.
So
Perfect.
like a normal writer.
Yeah, exactly. Just
There you go. The Racemans by Jackson Banks. Exterior racetrack. A young Formula One racer kneels and prays to God.
God, please, I beg of you, let me win this race.
Exterior starting line. The racers load into their cars. Engines revving. A scantily clad woman waves the race starting flag.
Ready? Go!
The racers launch, and Raceman is quickly left in the dust. He pulls off to the side of the road and hops out of his car in a rage, adjusting his mysterious erection.
Okay, then one part I forgot to write in. He runs to the side of the road and kneels down in prayer again and says, "Did you hear a fucking word I just said, Lord?" And then continue.
Interior, Raceman's home. Raceman receives a death strike to the face from his wife, Mrs. Raceman.
I feel the need for seed.
She kicks him in the ribs.
I need a child, and so far you have failed me.
I'm doing my best, babe. You know I can't get hard of late unless it's...
A light bulb lights in his head. Exterior, racetrack. Raceman prays before the race.
God, if there is a God, I don't ask you for much, but I ask you this one thing. Don't ever fuck with me again. You hear me?
The racers start their engine. Raceman is quickly overtaken and pulls off to the side of the road. He denies the pit crew's assistance.
No need, boys. It's for my wife.
1 year later, interior, hospital. A doctor consults with the Racemans.
There's no easy way to say this.
Don't sugarcoat it, Doc.
Your son can't get hard under 110 miles per hour. You pass your disease on to him.
The race continues.
Back in Black by AC/DC plays.
That's it.
The Racemans by Jackson Banks.
That's a full-fledged feature right there. If it's
I think there's
if
something
any.
there.
That was great. I mean, especially for no knowledge of
Formula One.
Of Formula One.
I mean, they're all
It's
pretty
pretty
funny,
accurate.
right? That's why they're fucking doing this race car stuff, driving these big metal cocks around. They seem pretty horny to me.
That was one of those scripts that feels like it could have been about anything else, and then they just plugged it into Formula One. It was like it was
feels
written.
like an AI wrote it.
Yeah, it was just written by written for something else, and they go, "Why don't we just
Yeah.
take him off the baseball field and put him on a racetrack,
It
or
was
take
written
him
by
out
a
of
dude
class?"
who was also checking tickets at the Comedy Store.
The need for seed.
Feel the need for seed.
You listen to me, you son of a bitch. What was that line of him to God? That was great.
Don't you ever fuck with me again.
All right, are we ready to move on to our final script?
Let's do it.
We're making good time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm reading the.
Yeah. So go ahead and read the synopsis. The TV show is called Gue-phoria. This is written in the vein of the TV show Euphoria on HBO Max. The title of the episode is Haas Queen. Jackson Banks is going to read the synopsis for us.
Gue-phoria is a gritty teen-style drama where everything has a purple tint. Centered around Haas F1 team principal Gunther Steiner. His two drivers, Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg, and an ensemble cast of current F1 drivers and teams. Gunther must navigate his life of racing, the sex, drug, and club life of his two drivers, and the overwhelming secrecy of his sexuality and gender identity, just like Bruno Mastro. Come out, Bruno. It's okay. We love and accept you. Gunther often struggles balancing his perverted fetishes. With the professional world of managing an F1 team, all the while keeping his drivers off drugs and away from the prostitutes they find along the roads of a fast-paced life in Formula One. This show strongly depicts male nudity, sexual situations, violence and drug use, mature audiences only. Yeah, that really gets the audiences flooding in male nudity.
No female nudity, just male nudity.
Just cock. People just really tune in for that.
This is Gue-phoria Episode 1, Haas Queen. I will be reading stage direction. Chris Rubio, you're going to play Kevin Magnussen.
Jeez.
Jackson Banks, you're going to play the model.
God, that's funny.
Bruno Mastro, obviously, you're going to be playing Gunther Steiner.
Cheers.
Brandon Wood, you will be playing the shadowy figure.
It's appropriate.
And Jackson Banks, you're going to be playing a computer screen character known as Bladder Boss.
Oh.
Can you handle two characters?
This is going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Gue-phoria Episode 1, Haas Queen. Interior nightclub, VIP section, night. Pulsating lights, thumping music, and a haze of purple smoke envelop the elite crowd. Kevin Magnussen, early 30s, a charismatic Formula One driver, leans against the bar, a half-smoked cigarette dangling from his lips. He exudes an air of reckless allure. Kevin approaches a beautiful young model.
You ever ridden a race car, sweetheart? It's like flying asphalt.
It's like flying on asphalt.
It's like flying on asphalt.
The model giggles, captivated by Kevin's charm.
Maybe you could give me a ride sometime.
Kevin's eyes flicker with a mix of amusement and intrigue. Cut to interior, model's luxury apartment living room. Later that night. The apartment's stark white interior contrasts with the vibrant city's purple lights outside. Kevin enters, peeling off his leather jacket, revealing a collection of fading scars on his arm.
Racing must be pretty exhilarating.
It's the only thing capable of giving me an ounce of adrenaline. Well, now.
What was it before?
Kevin looks down at the track marks on his arm. He covers them with his hand.
Nothing.
The model moves in closer.
Come on, you can tell me.
He shudders away.
I know something that'll give you some adrenaline.
She pulls out a small baggie with 2 pills in it.
I'm 11 months sober.
Come on, just one. Crotch grab sound.
Oh, she grabs his crotch.
Gunther's gonna kill me.
He smiles and drops a pill in his mouth. He smiles as she drops a pill in his mouth. His pupils immediately dilate and turn purple. Cut 2. Interior, a dark office later that evening. Gunther Steiner, a mild-mannered German man and team principal of Haas F1, sits at his desk. The purple glow of his computer screen illuminates his weathered face. He studies the screen filled with data, tires and telemetry, brake timing charts, and pit stop strategies overwhelm him. Window after window. A chat box. A chat box pops up in the bottom right corner of his screen. Username, Bladder Boss. The message reads,
How's my sexy little piss bitch doing?
He ignores the message, choosing instead to minimize the chat box. He takes a beat. Now distracted from his work, he removes his half-moon spectacles and stares out the window at the moon glowing bright neon purple.
Don't ignore me, baby. I know you're there. 12 hours before qualifying. Where else would my little urinal be? Come on, wet face. I got a bladder full of hot body lemonade looking to make its way to that pretty little face of yours. Hit me up. Don't leave me like this, sugar lips. I want to see you in that pretty little purple number of yours. Your secret's safe with me. I love you.
Gunther opens the chat box with a smile. He types.
Hi.
We fade out before he finishes typing. Fade to black. Fade in. Exterior. Street. Same night. A heavily intoxicated Kevin Magnuson stumbles down the street, illuminated by purple streetlights. He trips, stumbles, and bumps into trash cans before stopping outside a building decorated with the Haas F1 logo. He fumbles with his keys. Interior. Haas building. Continuous. Pitch black. Two faintly purple silhouettes are startled at the sound of jangling keys. One silhouette spits out a mouthful of steaming hot liquid.
Someone's here.
Whoops, that was wrong.
You have to go.
He jumps up. They scramble to gather belongings. Footsteps can be heard getting closer. Gunther opens the window. A shadowy figure steps out. Keys are heard entering the lock.
See you tomorrow.
The door cracks open.
Go, go, go.
The shadowy figure leans back and kisses Gunther on the lips. Kevin enters the room and turns on the lights just as Gunther closes the window. Kevin's visibly shaken by the bright lights as his eyes adjust.
Whoa, who's there?
Kevin slams the door as he rubs his eyes.
You don't fuck smash my dough.
Kevin's eyes adjust, revealing Gunther Steiner alone in the living room in a pigtailed wig and short purple summer dress.
Gunther?
You've been partying again, haven't you?
What's that smell?
Never mind this smell. We have qualifying in less than 8 hours, and you're high out of your mind. No wonder we have no race pace.
Me? It's those piece of shit Ferrari power units we keep buying. And what about you standing here in women's clothes in a wig covered in what smells like...
Kevin, stop!
Gunther pulls his wig off.
I can't keep pointing the finger at you for our shortcomings as a team. I'm in charge. Therefore, I'm to blame. I'm the reason Gene chooses to fund the NASCAR team over us. I'm the reason our tires degrade after only 6 laps.
No, Gunther. I knew what I was doing tonight was wrong, but I did it anyway. Just like when I chose to go hard on Monaco in that rain. But the high from those pills was better than pole position in Brazil.
The two stand awkwardly in front of each other.
Well, then I guess we both messed up.
Kevin looks around.
If you want to tell me what this is all about, you can.
Gunther takes a long breath.
This is who I am, Kevin. I'm a woman trapped in a man. With a piss fetish.
Well, can you take that line again from the top?
This is who I am, Kevin. I'm a woman trapped in a man's body with a piss fetish. I've been hiding it for all these years, but I can't hide it anymore.
You shouldn't have to.
Gunther nods.
And me, I'm a drug addict.
I guess that's why your face has been red all season.
The two share a laugh.
Kevin, we have to get better.
No, I need to get better. You need to stay just the way you are.
The two turn and face a mirror hanging on the wall and nod. Fade to black. Exterior, pit lane garage next morning. The sound of engines is whirling, tire guns are spinning. The hustle and bustle of pit crews is all around. Kevin, dressed in his race suit, walks behind the pit wall of team bosses. He's bright-eyed and cheery with a coffee in hand.
Let's have a good one today, boys.
Gunther Steiner turns, long-haired wig brushed behind his headset, clad in purple eyeliner, lipstick, and blush to match.
And girls?
From the darkness of the garage emerges a shadowy figure. A close-up on the figure's mouth reveals a smudge of purple lipstick as he greets the team.
Good morning, team.
Close-up on Gunther's purple lipstick mouth.
Good morning, Nico.
He winks. The camera pans high above the track as Run the World by Beyonce plays and giant glitter text covers the screen. Haas Queen. 15 minutes later, both Haas's would DNF due to mechanical failure, qualifying 19th and 20th respectively. The end.
What is DNF?
That means do not finish.
Oh man.
Good job.
Great job, everyone.
Let's
Yeah,
shoot these
good job,
fucking
guys.
things,
Good
huh?
job. Good job, me.
Give me that fist.
Amazing. Does anybody have notes?
Yeah. Any?
Yeah, my British accent sucks.
Your British accent is a Spanish accent.
Yeah, I did a French accent for a Spanish guy.
Did you guys want to vote on whose was the best script? Or should we just leave it be?
I think we just leave it be.
Just leave
That's
it.
just me personally. I
We're
like
gonna
all
vote
of
for
them.
our own shit, you know. I want to film the Racemans.
We could film that in like 15 minutes.
I know. Just green screen the fucking.
Yeah.
You know. Have
Hell
a
yeah.
man
The
play.
Racemans.
Have a man play the wife just tastelessly.
Just have Bruno dressed as the woman to play woman. All right, is that it?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Should we wrap it?
Oh, that was funny as shit.
Hold on, could you give me like an Esteban accent and your best Yuki accent?
An Esteban Ocon
It's a
accent.
trap jam, man.
And a Joe accent too.
To change.
And a Joe?
Yeah.
Joe who?
Joe on you.
Yeah.
Oh. Joe Guan Yu and Yuki are going to sound the same. Joe Guan Yu just sort of sound like these. Yuki Tsunoda also kind of sound like these. Esteban Ocon, he sounds sort of like Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, dude. That's what I figured.
Esteban sounds like Carlos Sainz.
I'm trying to think. Well, he's French, but he doesn't really like talk like how Pierre talks. He talks like really fast. He's sort of like a meek. I don't know. He's the least liked and least respected driver on the grid.
Who?
Esteban Ocon.
Oh yeah.
There was like an article that came out about how Fernando and everybody won't even look him in the eyes and shit when they see him.
That's terrible.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, give me a Lando.
Oh, I'm Lando Norris. I've been up for 48 hours playing video games. I have an Adderall addiction.
Is that the dude, the racer, the gamer turned racer?
No, that's I don't even know that.
He
dude's
does
name.
game though. Yeah,
He plays video games for like 48 hours.
I think they
straight.
all play. They all except for I don't even know if Lewis Hamilton.
Did
Probably
you know
not
that
Lewis. No, probably not.
No.
him.
Yeah.
Fernando doesn't play? Did you know that at one point Max was one of the top 20 ranked FIFA players in the world?
What?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's how like just outright competitive he is. And just like what a nasty fucking beast of a sportsman.
It's got good reaction time.
What Verstappen fan website did you get that from?
MaxVerstappen.com. I don't know. All right.
I think
this
we
was
did
fun.
great. Let's scab it up. We don't need Antonio Banderas. You know, we don't need Julius Sweeney. You know, we have us. You know, Hollywood doesn't need them anymore.
Exactly. That's what this is
They
all
pay
about.
us
Is that
$250 for a month's work, and we'll do it. You know what I mean?
we'll make the Racemans
Yeah.
a reality.
I'm making the Racemans. Dead or alive, I'm fucking shooting that thing. I'm getting a real Formula One car illegally,
Dude.
and it will get me a real, genuine erection.
But it's not going to be filmed on a racetrack. It's just Jackson on the side of like Ventura Boulevard
Yeah, be shot with go-karts.
screaming at God.
Inside an elementary school.
Watch one man's shouting contest with God on the racetrack.
I was writing this wondering if there was ever a chance that any driver would ever see this and Kevin Magnussen's just watching this being like, what the fuck? Track marks on my arm. Just made him out to be a full fucking crystal meth or heroin addict.
I love the Bruno intro, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of just spoken from the heart.
Based on real life.
I love how trashy it all was. Because you guys were like sex and drugs, and I was just like, I have a need for seed.
I got a little worried when I heard that your script started off with pulsating lights and electronic music at a club.
Hey, well, you know,
Like somebody been looking at my scripts.
it's just a part of the F1 life, you know, so it has to be written to the script.
It's just the way they live.
Yeah, great Formula One drivers steal, you know?
Great Formula One teams do steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the McLaren to my Red Bull.
what are they stealing? Fucking...
They steal design. Like car design, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
They steal employees.
Stealing nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Formula One, do they just go in the one? Are they the one they have the parachute at the back?
No, that's
That's drag race.
NHRA,
Yeah.
drag racing.
Okay. But Formula One, they go, and it's the long one, right?
They're
Yeah.
long cars,
They
yeah.
go in circles.
No, that's IndyCar.
So Formula One just goes in a straight line.
No, they go like on road courses and they race through streets and stuff.
Oh shit, that sounds sick. That's
Yeah.
what the gamer turned racer was.
No, he
No.
raced. Well, he did race like Formula 3 and Formula 2, I think, but he races
some
in
of that,
WEC.
He still races.
I don't know.
How shitty does that movie look?
I think it looks.
It actually looks pretty good.
think
It actually
it looks
looks
dope.
yeah. It's
When it
something
first
that I would
came out,
watch.
I was-
Billboard is the best, dude.
based on a true.
A true story based on a real person.
By the way, I know you guys are F1 fanatics. This is a serious question somebody asked me, and I don't know this answer. When do you think This is a serious question. When do you think Formula E is going to surpass Formula 1? Within our lifetime?
Never.
Never,
Nah.
never. Formula E, Jackson, is just all electric cars.
I don't know.
Okay.
You can't
Hey,
say
I'm down for
never.
that.
What makes
I don't think that. I think we'd get more people driving hybrid or electric cars in public before motorsport completely abandons fuel.
and before they went all electric, they would go to some type of like renewable fuel, like hydrogen or something
Hydrogen
like
or
that.
some shit, yeah.
So you don't think within our lifetime, within the next 30? I don't know about that.
I'm all for like clean burning fuel in electric cars and all that shit for the environment, but
just so lame,
lay
dog.
off racing. Yeah,
Yeah,
what'd you say?
clean burning is just so lame, dog. I want that high octane gas. It's more badass if we're destroying the earth while we race. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, fucking scorched earth. That's the way I want
It
it.
adds to the
Earth,
vibe.
dog.
I'll
I wanna
burn the
win.
fucking world down if I get 2 or 3 more seasons of F1.
Fuck yeah.
Did you guys see that like that Drive to Survive kind of style documentary on Formula E on
On Hulu? Yeah, I
or
watched
something
it.
like that?
It got pretty boring.
Yeah, I
Their
did.
biggest stars were Nick DeVries and Stoffel Van Dorn.
Yep.
But that's why it's never going to be.
Exactly.
They don't. If anything, Formula One will just expand to include more of the stuff that
Like, well,
makes it
like
more, eco-friendly. But that's about it.
Formula One, the sound of it is so iconic. Like the V10s and the V8s.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't they rip for Phantom Menace? Isn't a lot of Formula One sounds the pod racers?
Yeah. I think it was.
Oh, really? That's cool.
And then, but Formula E literally sounds like.
I think it's just gonna be a matter of time, in my opinion.
You've been pushing Formula E really hard these past few years.
No, I have not.
Every time I see you, you talk about Formula E.
Because the more Teslas I see on the streets, the more it becomes obvious to me.
Maybe they'll get in the Formula E game.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
All right, should we put a ribbon on this?
I think so.
It's perfect.
Guys, this has been Into the Chicane, a Formula One podcast. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you very
Chris
much,
Rubio, Bruno Mastro da Casa, Jackson Banks. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out. Peace.